Hello learners, I'm Madam Nora, taking you food and beverage control. Today I want us to look at this calculating the elements of cost. As earlier I had given you the formulas on how to calculate different elements of cost. Now this is the question. The question says, the following information was extracted from the Red Bull restaurant in respect of June 2019. Sales, shillings 26,000, opening stock 1st June 2017, 2,500, closing stock, it has the purchases, it has the wages and salaries, national insurance, cars and electricity, repairs and renewals, rent and rates, insurance, postage and telephone, printing and stationery, and depreciation. The reason that I've read that, it is because the question is already on your portal. So the first question we are told to calculate the element of cost and express each as a percentage of sales, assuming that 800 shillings of food had been used for staff. Then number B, we are told to calculate gross profit, net margin, profit, and net profit, and express each as a percentage of sales. And the last question that we are going to calculate is calculate the average spending per customer, assuming that 5,900 customers were served in June 2017. Now, what you have to know when you are calculating the elements of cost, number A, elements of cost. You have to know what is the elements of cost. The elements of cost, we have material cost, and we also have the labor cost, and we have the overhead cost. Overhead cost. Now we are told to calculate, we are starting to calculate the material cost. We said material cost is equals opening stock plus cost of purchases minus closing stock minus cost of staff meals. And you remember when I was explaining material cost, we said there was NB, which said the cost of staff meals is deducted from in material cost, and also it is added in the labor cost. So our opening stock is 2,500 plus purchasing cost is 12,300 into brackets minus 300, which is the closing stock, 300, 2,200, 3,200 minus 800. 800 is the cost of staff meal. We get 10,800. 10,800. And we are told to express as a percentage of sales. So we'll say material cost, our material cost is 10,800, and we want to know as a percentage. And we know the total sales is equals 100%. Now we want to know what is the material cost percentage, and for the total sales, we know it in value is 26,000. 26,000. So in our question it will be 10,800 multiplied by 100 divided by 26,000. So we get 41.5%. That's how we calculate as a percentage. Now here, when you come here, you are supposed to analyze these questions before you continue. For example, opening stock and the closing stock is a material cost. Now we have known that, isn't it? Now we want us to calculate labor cost. How do we calculate the labor cost? Remember, we have said labor cost is an element of cost. our labor cost will be equal, staff meal, we said staff meal is added in the labor cost, staff meal plus wages and salaries plus national insurance. So it will be 800 plus wages and salaries, which is 5,600, plus national insurance is 300. When you total all of it, you get 6,700, and we are told to express it as a percentage of sale. So we know the labor cost is equals 6,700. Material total sales is equals 100%, which is the same as 26,000. So you ask, if 1,000 is the same as 26,000, what about 6,700? So it will be 6,700 over 26,000 multiplied by 100. So when you calculate that, you'll get 25.8% as a percentage of sale. Now we want to calculate the overhead cost because it is an element of cost. Overhead cost. Overhead cost. We say overhead costs are costs other than the expenses of running the business, other than the labor cost and material cost. So our labor cost will be the gas plus repairs plus rent plus insurance. And I said you master this overhead costs because sometimes in next exam you are told to list examples of overhead cost. So insurance plus postage and stationery plus postage and telephone plus depreciation. So it will be 800 plus 1,000 plus 1,800 plus 400 plus 300 plus 200 plus 2,000. What you get? 6,500 shillings. So overhead cost, that is the overhead cost. Now we want to calculate it as a percentage of sales. So we say overhead cost is equal to 6,500, which is, and the total sales is always 100%. So total sales is 100%, which is 26,000. So we know 100% is the same as 26,000. What about 6,500? So 6,500 over 26,000 multiplied by 100. What do we get? We'll get 25%. That is the overhead cost. Now there is something we said about the total cost. We said the total cost is equals material cost plus labor cost plus overhead cost. Now we want to look at it. Now number B says we calculate the gross profit. The gross profit. And how do we calculate the gross profit? Gross profit is equals sales minus material cost. Material cost. Sales is 26,000 minus material cost we had gotten as 10,800 800. What do we get? That is 15,200. That is the gross profit in shillings. And when it is in percentage, we say 100% minus, because already we had calculated the material cost percentage, and our material cost percentage was 41.5%. So our gross profit percentage will be 58.5%. That is the gross profit. Now when we look at the net margin profit, net margin profit is equals sales into brackets material costs plus labor costs. So it will be total sales is 26,000 minus into bracket material cost is 10,800 plus 6,700. So in total, what do we get? It will be 26,000 minus 17,500. What do we get? We'll get 8,500 shillings. Now we want to calculate it as a percentage of sales net profit. So it will be 100% minus into brackets. The percentage that we calculated for material cost was 41.5%, and for the labor cost it was 25.8%. So we'll say 100% minus 67.3%. So the net margin profit will be 32.7%. That is the net margin profit. Now we want to look at the net profit, because we have looked at the gross profit and we have looked also at net margin profit. Now we look at the net profit. How do we calculate the net profit? Net profit will be total sales minus into brackets material cost plus labor cost plus overhead cost. So the total sales is 26,000 minus 10,800, which is the material cost, plus 6,700 the labor cost, plus 6,500. So it will be 26,000 minus minus 24,000. So and we'll get 2,000. That is the net profit. Now we look at it as a percentage of sales. So total sales is equals 100% minus into brackets per material percentage was 41.5% plus 25.5% plus 25%. What do we get? It will be 100% minus 92.3%. So our net profit will be 7.7%. Finally, the last question was asking us to calculate average spending power per customer. 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 It will be total sales divide by number of customer. Total sales divided by the number of customers. So the total sale always is 26,000 divided by the number of customers were 5,000 900. So when you divide, you'll get 4.40677966. So it will be 4.4 times, because we have rounded up 4.4, because this one is below 5, so we cannot be able to round off to 5. So I believe with that you are going to practice a lot and you are going to do better. Thank you.